Okay, I know my child is PDA and I know why things are hard for them and how to support them, but I just can't stop doubting myself or listening to all the criticism I hear from teachers, peers, even grandparents. Do you have any advice for me? I do, and this is very common and it rears its ugly head with me too, and there are 3 reasons for it. It's because all of our doubt is related to 3 underlying assumptions about ourselves and our children that actually don't apply to PDA kids. So the first is that being a good parent is equivalent to having your child under your control and you being in authority. The second is that the best way to teach a child right from wrong, how to read, how to socialize, is to use a behavioral approach through reward sanctioned parenting or therapy. And then the third assumption that doesn't really apply here is the notion that we need to use an exposure framework to support them through anxiety or resistance or avoidance, but can actually lead to us exposing them to triggers that lead to trauma. Can you say more about the first 2 that have to do with parenting? Sure. So the first one's really important because you're going to have to let go of the notion that child under control, parent in control equates good parent, and reframe it as my role as a parent is to model for my child how to manage their disability so that they can thrive. And what this means in the short term is that you have to accommodate their need for autonomy and accommodate their nervous system so they can get out of the amygdala into the thinking brain and learn from you by observation. And you need to establish trust so that you can have a mentorship relationship and a collaborative problem-solving model for moving forward long term. Then the second one, the rewards consequences. Every time you do a reward or a consequence, it activates your child's nervous system, so there's no way they can learn to socialize, read, or right from wrong, or access right from wrong, because most of them know it anyways. They're just in fight or flight as a response. That sounds a lot harder than traditional parenting. Well, that's because it is. And also keep in mind that you're not just parenting, you're caregiving for a child with a nervous system disability.